Okay, what's going on, Grand Rising? Today is July the 10th, Wednesday, 2024. And what we're looking at today is going to be dollar index in the futures market. Really quick, I'm going to do a pretty quick here top-down analysis from dollar into the futures to kind of frame up the bias that we have today. Make sure you went through your traders' constitutions and you're setting up that mental framework so that you can take the right executions, almost like from a program. All right, so reprogram yourself if you have to know how you're going to act in the situation. So one thing I always tell traders is, when you first, especially when you're first starting out, is you got to realize that you're a certain type of person when you're losing, and you're a certain type of person when you're winning. And you've got to learn how to mesh the two and, control your emotions on both sides. Because you can be very euphoric in trading and having, some of the greatest days of all time and make bad decisions. And you can have some of the worst days of all time and be really emotional and make some of the worst decisions you've ever made. So really have to learn to become neutral. But jumping right into the charts here really quickly, we've been looking at dollar index here for quite a while off this weekly daily. And this weekly level 104.50 is really strong. We haven't really seen anything attack that level weekly wise. And then when it comes to our dailies, to start the week, Monday and Tuesday, we're coming off two really nice bullish days. And it almost seems as if price wants to attack that 104.40 or 104.50 level and break out of this daily area as well as this weekly candle. So with that being said, how we look at the markets is if we're going to get more upside on dollar, we're going to look for shorts on, most of the assets that we trade. Now we do have a little bit of difficulty with this situation right now when it comes to, indices, futures, is because we are at all-time highs. So for example, now you kind of have the bias. My if-then statement today is basically if dollar can hold 105 to continue higher to attack that 104.40, then I'll look for a sweep of the highs on futures and then a short down back into the points of interest. So, for example, that was one if then statement. Now, if price breaks lower than 105 and can't hold market open and then starts to fail and go closer to like the 104.60 level, maybe not today, but just throughout this week, then we'll continue to see, I believe, upside on those other assets. So, taking a look really quickly, we got 3 minutes. Like I said, you look at futures daily, all-time highs, bullish days for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 6+ days. So pretty crazy. And then I think the craziest price is going to be the double top sitting at 40,000 whole level on daily YM. So definitely look at these from a daily perspective, higher time frame perspective to kind of get an idea of direction. And then what do we got? 2 minutes. So I only got a couple seconds. So I think if we can slip up into that 2,800 level, start to distribute, and dollar creates that higher load to then go higher for the day, we may get a sell-off. And then I think they're going to push YM a lot higher because they need to. And then these could be, if these two start selling off and they start pushing this back to previous day high, then that's going to be really good for possible shorts, I think, today. So don't want to overanalyze. Like I said, make sure you went through your trader's constitution, set up your mental framework. I'm going to slip you guys over here to the snipe window and trade responsibly. Okay. And me personally, they may they may present shorts here right at the open. If it looks very clean, I can find some favorable R and may take it to the downside here. But I'm not gonna rush it. So because I know 2780 is gonna be a lot better of an area. So I'd rather see that formation happen closer to that area and then blow the top off here. So got about 37 seconds. Like I said, just line everything up and let's get it. Make sure everything's good over here. And I kind of like how the 5 minutes already playing out, right? How it's starting to form. So we'll see if they, dump below and come back and give me a chance possible to short that to the downside as well. We'll see. Because I would like to target Asian liquidity in that situation, but let's go. It's a nice little pop there. Like I said, I think we have all-time highs to go run really quick. YM's doing the very same thing. from a very beautiful area as well, I will say. So we'll watch ES and Q here, because if they kind of, can't go higher and they slip below this and come back up, then I definitely would look for a short position, most likely here. So let me go ahead and start framing this up. I'd want price to be coming back into this 5-minute area in alignment with that New York, or touching it, right? So take profits. ES rallying, YM rallying. So I'm not in a hurry to take a trade here or anything. Just kind of watching the area 27.67. Okay. Now the other two doing this is kind of what I want to pay attention to right here. 20.67. What's the top? 25. I think that will go ahead and punch this on through that 27.80. So let's go ahead and wait on that. Looks like that's where we're getting. We check in MNQs too. Oh wow, okay. We'll close that because that's not even working. Okay, so good. They're going up into those higher time frame prices. Take a look, really quick look here at dollar. Not too much information here. We know where we want to get to directional, so not really seeing anything there yet, except upside. They're starting to show more upside. So when they slip this, like I said, this area, this previous day high, 27.72, there's a potential. Oh, they doing the other. Oh my gosh, are they really about to do this? Let's see here. We'll use this area here. Well, it might be too late for this, actually. Yeah, it might be. So 27.68. So you would have had to use this as your stop. 27.668. Is that right? 7.68. 7.68 flat. And then the take profit would be below 600. So okay. So now what I want to see is we're pushing so fast that you would have to play your position when prices above New York Open or at the liquidity sweep. So I don't see anything clear enough for me to be like, oh yeah, I'll take that. I do like how we're seeing that 39,600 price and YM build up. It's pretty interesting there. So 27.50. If the price can go back and touch that New York Open, I might attempt that area. Because we did slip the highs on ES, but we haven't slipped that high on NQ yet here. But if I don't see anything that looks like clear enough for me to get in, which this isn't clear enough, right? Then I'm not gonna just take it. Because if I got in here at 27.50, I'd have to be putting my risk right here below New York Open. So, and being inside of a bullish market, I wouldn't mind if dollar comes down and slips the area and gives me a better buy position anyway. So as of right now, there's nothing on the board. I mean, it's fallen down pretty quickly after that liquidity grab. And so now what we want to do is pay attention to the midpoint of the day, the low, the previous day low, and the daily open. All right. And as of right now, we write some notes here really quick. That first candle. Okay, so what we want to do is see this first 5 minutes, because I mean, if they don't break it lower dramatically, then they may start to reaccumulate like they have been doing the last few days to then rally up. But nothing here. Like I said, they're still shorting the market off. Taking a look at dollar index, we are seeing a little bit of strength off that 105 20 level, which would make sense, and it's 50% of the daily last down candle at the 105 level. So all those things are lining up to show more upside, which would mean more downside for these assets. Now, like I said, I would have probably taken this short, but I wanted to see that previous day high sweep first. But they are pushing price 758. They're already down like 20-30 handles from New York Open. So now ask yourself, when people short at the New York Open, where do their stops go? All right, where did their risk go? Their risk is right here. all right? Because they're day trading, all right? So why would they put their risk any farther? So now as price capitulates down into better levels and below daily open, all right, potential maybe 2650 levels, maybe 2700, just depends. Then maybe we're able to find the buy and able to pay ourselves with that area a little bit better. Okay. ES is finding that weakness as well now. After taking that high, which looks a lot better. So this is just a free fall right now. I mean, there's really nothing. First 5 minutes, lower open, lower close. I mean, no volume back, no pullbacks, nothing. So looks like they're running for that Asian liquidity, but they have to break this level first for me. So I'm gonna be paying attention and locked in right here because if we can get that signal in this area, I'd love to buy this back up. Okay. So first 5 minutes, like I said, lower open, lower close, pretty bearish. And just watching the other two. I just don't see anything clear that I want to take. The dollar starts to get weak. We could anticipate longs. All right. Now where I'm looking on this 5 minute is, let me take this off here really quick. I'm looking right here where we're at. So we start to kind of respond right here, then I can look at that low potential to buy back up. Right. And I like buy positions at all times. Now I do like to rather buy. Like I like this resistance support, this inefficiency and balance area, 20 level. But I would love to buy below daily open. So if I can get that signal, not here, and that daily open, it'd be a little bit better of a risk reward position. But I will watch this position just because I know that a lot of times that's what we like to do. Taking a look really quick here at the 1 hour time frame, you can kind of see how I'm also looking down at like this open of this candle. Okay. So there we go. That's the response I want to see, to be honest. Stop loss would be 27.24. 7.4. 45. Your profits. And now, if we don't see anything, right, 5 minute wise, going into 840, then we need to wait until we're in alignment with what I'm doing over here on the 1 hour. All right. So just so I have an idea of where that is, I'm gonna mark it. Okay. And I'm gonna mark it like this, so we know what it is. That's the 1 hour area. Okay. Now all I'm doing is just kind of waiting, and then I'm gonna rearrange the stop loss if I need to. 2150, because I do like the area, right? So I'm gonna take this area. Now it is higher than what I would want on that 5 minute. I really want it to be right in the open of that area. So what did I open? 27, 28. But I'll accept this risk here, you know. Now where I want to pay myself half of this position and go break even, most likely will be at the break of structure in the high of day. So we are pushing that area pretty nice. Like I said, it could have done a little bit better with that capitulation 1 minute entry, but I like where I'm at right now. And the bias is kind of sticking out pretty good at this point. If dollar can start to fail, that would be even better. But I just don't think we're done making our way to the upside yet here on NQ. We'll see here very shortly. 5 minute close is right there. So lower open, lower close. And so if it goes anywhere near this area, the likelihood of this working out would be a little bit less. But I like the reaction that we've got right now. If we can go above 2750, I think we're going to be okay. We'll be able to protect ourselves for sure. Looking at YM, it's holding that 39.6 level, creating that higher low, and then ES isn't going any lower than New York Open right now. So okay, so at 9 a.m. we do have news. The Fed speaks, so I think that speech could be the reason why we go to 27 or 27.80s, right? So I'll definitely be looking to pay myself on this trade. We're floating about we're not at a 1-to-1 yet. Excuse me, because our entry's at 32, our stops at basically 22. So we have about an $800 risk on the table. So when we go up about 800 to 16, so a 1-to-2 or 1-to-3, then that's when we would want to partial out some of the trade. I like the way it's moving right now. If we can get a 5-minute close above this candle here, I will go ahead and protect half of this position. I'll go ahead and put like a buy or a sell stop, excuse me, on a position like this. But not until we get the 5-minute confirmation. Okay, so I want to see this first 15-minute close. It's looking pretty good when you think about a 1 hour. What I'm going to do really quick is I'm going to go ahead and plot my position. Something I talked about quite a bit, but I'm going to plot this position because I want to see it to my left here on higher time frames. All right, so does it make sense on the 1 hour? Yes, the location is pretty good. Does it make sense? Excuse me. On the 4 hour, yes, it's pretty good because the 4 hour closes at 9, this candle in 17 minutes. So I'd love to see them go tap that next area and then take out those intraday shorts. Looks like we're doing pretty good. Price is moving up fast in our favor here. What we're gonna go ahead and do, like I said, is with this 5-minute close, if we're pushing the highs very quickly or close to New York Open, we're gonna protect or pay ourselves right at New York Open. So we are at that position. Let's go ahead and drop a sell stop here. One sell stop here just to kind of break that move into pieces. All right. Make sure you change the other one to 1. Modify order. So we're at 800 for the day. So we're at a 1-to-1. And then 1. Okay. So 1-to-1. And, we'll see how this 5-minute closes. Now, my eyes where they're going and glued is pretty much obviously this New York Open, this last up candle inside that area, right? And then I have those, everyone from New York shorted the tops. Okay. So we're protected on half the trade, and then we have a risk on the other. So we're doing pretty good. Question is now, how will this first 15-minute close? That's looking really good. The other two look really good. Now, the one thing about Dow is it is starting to fail. ES does not look strong from New York Open, and dollar is still showing a little bit of strength. So we have protected ourselves at point of interest. I think we are going to slip those high days. And then what I'm going to do is if we do break out of this range, I'm probably going to trail one of these contract potential. Let's see how this 15-minute closes, see if there's any strength or if it dies. Oh, nice. We'll see. That looks pretty good. I think they're going to rally the 2070 price for sure. Okay, now we're floating about 1,000 in profit, so we really got to think. We're getting closer to. So our initial risk was 800, so 8 times 2 is 16. So a 1 to 2 would be if we take the top off this trade. Now we do need to pay attention to the other two. They are showing 15-minute strength, while this one's showing weakness. So just be patient here. We're just gonna have to wait this thing out. We are in the most crucial times. Price is pushing up. Let's go ahead and set our alert right here. So if price does get up to there, we can start managing this trade from a bigger perspective. And let me look at the 4 hour here really quick. Just kind of get an idea of where we could really go. 2,900 could get ugly. 2,800 is really all I want today. And we're successfully right at that New York Open. So if you haven't protected or paid yourself, do it. Because this is where price could fail. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to trail this to here to secure more of the bag. And then if it comes back down, I can always add that contract back if I want to. All right. If I don't want to, then I'll just wait. All right. So nothing wrong with securing a profit. 2050s, it's about 20 points. Okay, so we're good here. And then, like I said, if price was to come back down, you're watching that ES price right now. And ES looks pretty good, but there's half of our position. So now you have the option. You could go break even, or you could accept the risk on what you have left. Me personally, 732s, I have about a $200 risk on the table, and I've secured a little bit over 400 to 500, I think, in that partial. So I'll continue to wait this out. I don't like how the price action is playing right there, I will say. So if I don't get an automatic response here on this 5-minute candle to go back above New York Open, I could cover that position, but so watching this 5-minute more than anything, just seeing how these candles are going to open and close. Looking at ES, you are seeing 15-minute strength and YM 15-minute strength going up to attack 39,670 market open. So that's why I'm personally liking to accept the risk here. And then this 4-hour close on NQ looks like it wants to close bullish here in 12 minutes. So to me, I'm just going to wait this out and see what they do. But either way, we're in a profit for the day, so that always feels good. ES going crazy, and then you have NQ kind of battling the 750 level here. We're looking good still for our runner. Now, if we break out of that 2768, 2770s, like what looks like we're doing now, I'm going to go ahead and cancel down, or I'm going to move my risk into that 2733 area. Because really, I didn't have to exit the two contracts. I could have stayed break even and kept my risk on the other part of the trade at the low, right? For my notes, for later to really maximize. But, I like to play the game of risk. So, if I got to get the bag, I'll get the bag. And if it only takes me, 20 minutes to do it, I don't care because I don't want to sit here all day anyway. All right, looks like we're pushing up to our TP area. We're pushing close. ES is bullish. YM's bullish. It's all looking pretty good. Are we going to get that area? Let's see. All-time highs. All-time highs? All-time highs, baby. All right, guys. So now you can trail your risk to break even. We have a green day no matter what on the table. And man, wish I would have left two contracts. Now we're floating $800. If we would have had two contracts on, we'd be up 1,600. So now all you got to think about, guys, is what do you actually have on the table for risk? Right now, I have a $200 risk to the lows. If I go break even, I'm just going to let the market run. But if I'm looking at this from a probabilistic perspective, a $200 risk, well, what's 2 times 3? That's 6. What's 2 times 4? That's 8. Right? So you're up a 1 to 4 based on the risk you currently have on the board. Okay. So for me, like I said, there's no reason to let this trade, I think, go. And honestly, just because we just took that 780 level, if we don't get a good response, I may go ahead and pull this and look for a new entry. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to trail this. And I don't want to trail to 750. I want to trail to basically like right here. Because 750 is kind of a hot level that they've already took me out for no reason on. So now what I want to do is watch this candle, and I want to see if this is a liquidity grab at that 780 level, because I'll give the order back if I need to. Now ES is having a hard time breaking the highs, but it looks like it still wants to do it, and YM looks like it could blast up to 39,700. So taking a look at dollar index here really quick. Oh, let me take a look here. Taking a look at dollar index, we are seeing more upside, so we probably could see shorts here. So me personally, like I said, I'm going to, if price goes below that New York Open, I don't want it. I'll take this, guys, for the day. I'll look for a new position. So that's good. We have a green day on our hands for the reporting side. Me personally, I think that there could have been, it could still go up, but we're at all-time highs, so we really don't know. And so when we get to these algorithmic, oh, sorry, guys, I have another account on, but when we have these algorithmic levels get hit, we basically have to, play those areas and protect ourselves. So we'll continue to watch this price going into 9. We do have news still, and we are, with some house money, right? So maybe the news will come out and blast this. A couple notes for, like I said, when I go back and watch this recording, when I took those 2 contracts and price rallied in my favor, focus on paying yourself one of those contracts or protecting yourself at point of interest. And instead of moving, the trailing risk on that contract up to 750s, so instead of moving it up to 750s, just go break even and then leave your geometry low. Now, guys, my exit looks really beautiful now. Price is starting to literally sell off right after that fast push at pretty much that 80 level. So we'll see what they continue to do. We'll see how they push it down. But for the recording's sake for today, I appreciate you guys watching. And with that being said, I will see you guys tomorrow. Good luck to you guys with the rest of the day. Hope you guys have a green day. And we'll be back same time, same place, same time tomorrow. Have a good day.